point system. That's what people come to damn work every day for, to develop points to use. My whole thing is, so now if somebody got something important going on, they need to leave early or something, they got to get it approved by a manager first. Is that going to stop them from getting a point when they leave?
I'm just trying to remember the things to do. I can't remember.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember either.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike, 230.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Ryan Switzer, 57 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Dalton here from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Joker. Motion. Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get in.
Here you go. 368.
Slam.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again?
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago.
Regular.
Watch 98. 98's the
Hey, Zoo.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know,
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood.
Dalton now to pass. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Devin Bush in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On the run, Darquan. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 7-7, our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Easy. Hey, exit.
Mike 56. You.
Throwing on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Blue 30.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Blue 30.
Check 56.
Let's go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Screen pass to Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw again. Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. 22 yards there, a first down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Alert three, alert three, alert three.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Hey, Delta.
Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Darkwa. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Like 80. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Here's Darkwa. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
1st down, Steelers.
180.
56, right there, 56.
Take 2 of them. Black and burn.
They'll run with Darkwan. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
180. Snickers, got to spin.
He's checking crack.
Let's go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Well, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the 1st-round pick of 2014. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's up. Lead.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
2 by 2. Move.
Check 90.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Switzer on the return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Check 59. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to...
They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger trotting. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Orleans Darkwa. As the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Eyes up. Lead.
Now Bernard. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Passing, it's Dalton. Open man is Uzama. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Bernard. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, box drop.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. He's got Green. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hands up. 318. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Hey, echo. Hands up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Let's go, Spud.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. Hey, alert. Lock it back.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go. Lock 80.
Check 56. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Lock it down.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about...
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. Roethlisberger now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
Jack 16. 8.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
180.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's coming. We got double up.
The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. From the gun, Dalton. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
44. There you go. 368.
They'll try to pass on fourth down. Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 9, here's second and 9. They'll run again now with Darkwan. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And to give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave them with a 2nd and just 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go! Let's go!
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, here's Bernard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 15 yards on the play, first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Orleans Darkwa, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Move. 198 Alpha. 98's Mike. All day, dog.
To throw here, Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3.
Here's Bernard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Stay we go. 368.
Dalton. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give, right side. Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
368.
Throwing, Dalton. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. But now it'll be 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Andy Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.